Greetings class. Well, today we are talking about the Palisade Decision Tools software, and I've used this software so many times. It's always a pleasure teaching the class with this software. So I'm just gonna do very quickly the decision analysis. This is the PowerPoint, and I'm gonna open it for the class. Now in this PowerPoint, it says decision making under uncertainty, and that's basically what the software does for us. Going on to the next slide, this talks about the decision trees, and basically any decision tree, it's very different from the trees that I use in machine learning. These are the trees, or the one that we will be using, are basically used for the chance events, for making decisions, and these are generally associated with chance events that are modeled by probabilities. And so the components of the decision tree, we have three important things to consider. So there's a square, which is basically what it means when we have a decision node. So if there's a decision like whether you want to attend the class or you can watch a movie, so you can be at the two places at the same time. So you have to make a decision and be at one other place. That's where you'll have a decision node or a square. Then we have a circle, which is actually the chance node, where this is actually associated with the same person or the same event. So in this case, what happens is if I say that a person X has a probability like 70% of the probability that he'll get an A, but 20% probability he'll get a B, and 10% probability that he gets a C, then in that case, all the probabilities attached here are talking to one person, and that's the reason they are actually associated with the chance and not with the decision. So that's the reason we'll have a circle and not a square. And finally, when we have a payoff value or the outcome, now that's where we'll have a triangle. So these are all the different components of the decision trees. The next one is solving the decision trees, and that's where we actually move from right to left. So in the decision tree, once we have the tree out there, which is actually made up of nodes and the squares and circles and the triangles, then there's something called EMV, which is expected monetary value, and you have to maximize the EMV if you have profits, or you have to minimize the EMV if you have losses. And then, of course, the decision tree development, you got to place the decision in the chance nodes in a logical time order. Independent chance nodes can be placed in any order. Estimate probabilities of all chance events. The sum of probabilities of a chance node must be 1, and that's important. And in terminal nodes, specify consequences by a single measurement of money or aggregate utility or results of multiple criteria analysis. But in this case, we'll use money as a profit-making initiative. And then here we have an example, a quick example, and then I'll take you to the example here. It's basically showing you Oilco, which is the name of the company. The company is supposed to be developing, they're faced with the problem of either developing the field or setting the lease to Excel company for $50,000. It costs approximately $100,000 to drill a well. There is 45% chance that the well is dry, 45% chance that the well will have a minor strike, and 10% chance that they'll have a major strike. So for a typical minor strike, the revenues average $300,000. If the strike is major, then the revenues average $700,000. So what should Mobile Oil Company do? And here we have the decision tree. So they have a square, which means a decision of what to do and what not to do. In this case, it's either to drill themselves or sell the lease to Excel company for $50,000 or $50,000. If they drill it themselves, then what happens is, again, we have a chance, and here we have the chance probabilities attached to it. If they're drilling the well, then the chances we have a dry well, which is 45% chance. Then the other chances we have a minor strike, which is 45%, and then 10% chance that we have a major strike of oil in the oil well. And what's also given to us are the payoffs. So here it's $0, here's $300,000, and here it's $700,000. So what we do in EMV, or expected monetary value, is we multiply probabilities with the payoffs and then we add them all. So here it's 0.45 times 0 equals 0, 0.45 times 300 equals 135K, and then 0.1 times 700, which is basically this, equals 70K. So after multiplying them, we'll add them all up. So 0 plus 135 plus 70 makes it 205,000. So the profit, if the company is drilling the well themselves, is 205,000 vis-a-vis if they sell it for 50,000. And again, it's also given to us that they have to spend 100,000 from their own side. So if they have to spend that is expenditure. So the total profit or the net profit will be 205 minus 100K, which will be 105K. So obviously the better proposition will be drilling the well and not selling it to the Excel company. And this is how this is what exactly the software will do for you. So it's a software that talks about the decision making in the future. So obviously we have not drilled the well right now. The well will take time to drill, but it's actually telling you what can happen in the future and what you should be doing for the future. So the common mistakes that happen in the decision trees are decision and chance nodes and the wrong order. There's an incorrect derivation of chance probabilities in solving the tree. Sometimes you maximize or rather than minimize or whatever. So you should know if it's losses, it got to be minimized, and if it's profits, you have to maximize. The decision tree software, these are various tree softwares available, but we are using the Palisade decision tool. So here, let me open this for you and let me show you how it looks like. So if I open up this particular website and type it palisade.com, and then what's happening here is trying to open up the software for you. And if you look at the software, and I think it's a wonderful piece of software. It's called the Palisade Decision Tools, Palisade. So here we have the free trial download also available. So in case if you're looking for 15 days, it's a pretty good one. Now there's a decision tool suite here, and we'll be using a precision tree right now for decision analysis problem. Now in case if you want to know who all are using the software, so go to the customer list, and then we have a customer list here. If I click on the customer list, it will show you all the major universities. So all universities of the world, not just US, but UK is there, Japan is there, South Korea, Canada, Australia. A lot of other universities worldwide are using the Palisade decision-making software. If you look at the oil and the gas corporations, you can find them here. Insurance companies are here, and all Fortune 100 and 500 companies are here using the software. So I mean, it's amazing. The software is used by companies worldwide, and so it's a brilliant piece of software to use, and that's why it makes it more meaningful and worthwhile for all of you to learn the software. Now coming back to the question. Okay, so this is basically an introduction to the decision tree, a very quick introduction, and then the next step will be solving the question. So we have just covered the video 1, which is the video part 1, where I've shown you what the decision tree or the precision tree software looks like by Palisade Decision Tools, and given you a sort of introduction as to what is a square, which is a decision node, what is a circle, it's a chance node, and then what is a triangle, which is a payoff where you represent the profits or the losses.